Welcome to G. Carlson U. I am Gary Carlson. I have dedicated my career to student education at all levels. Our goal is to provide you with ideas and practical solutions for the teaching profession. Today, you will see the benefits of using writing in the classroom to improve learning and student thinking. The teaching practices presented by G. Carlson U are from experiences and materials we have accumulated over the years. When implemented correctly, the teachers will experience success with their students. It is our pleasure to bring teaching students to learn by writing. You know, taking for granted our students as a teacher and what we expect certain skills to be attained by all students when they come to your classroom, even expecting your students to have some elementary levels of writing skills may be a fallacy. The good news is that writing exercises give a better time to do thinking and get learning skills in the right track. Anytime we write, it kicks into our need to think. When we write without a grading process, it opens up the door to discussion without any punitive thoughts. What may have been a learned outcome from writing may be a negative one. This is our opportunity to change this thinking by our students. Future generations will learn how to improve their thought process by writing. Real thinking by a student can become a reality through the free-flowing thought process used in the writing exercises. This allows for the student to have visualization of components of clarification and concepts. Just short 1 or 2 minute writings before the actual class begins the thinking process. Your next step may be to increase writing skills by using the journal. Yes, the journal technique. Journals have been used by K-12 through higher education. It is important to let your students know these are non-graded but required. There are no right or wrong answers. The question for a journal input can be simple and is only to provoke a thinking and learning situation. I know you may say if the activity is non-graded, what if they don't do it? Just doesn't mean you don't check on progress and write up suggestions for improvement. Keep on communicating with your students. Be positive and make sure that check-ins keep them going. From this exercise from becoming monotonous, we would not make this a daily task. The journals should be spread out for reading with peer and instructor. When they are read, there should be discussion in writing or verbally before going forward to the next step. Topics to be picked are key for interest to be heightened by the student. Peer choice is important. The experience with peers should develop the team philosophy. Time should be spent on training every student the meaning of being a peer support to your selected peer. Just putting 2 students together will not work unless they are aware of the expectations of being a peer supporter. What you have now created is a 3-way communication link with instructor, peer, student. This is an organization of help for actually everyone. This is the step we must take to move on. Moving to this stage gives them the prerequisite to knowing something about writing without the fear of failing. No assumptions now because of the opportunity to see how much development has been achieved in the journal writing stages. After you have achieved student confidence in their writing skills, when they can say, "I can do this," it's a time to start with some writing exercises where they may receive points or grades. If you have developed the relationship over the start of the course to now, you can be much more value to the student's growth. The peer relationships will continue with the instructor's involvement. This is the time when a student needs to have some feeling of growth and expertise. When they have the feeling of success, motivation will move in and it will continue. This is a very sensitive time to allow for this feeling to grow and to keep negativity and anything that would appear to be punitive out of that process. Expand now to how to use information forms of social media, libraries, and written content. Now is the time to allow students to make choices on topics to write from as long as they relate to the course you have that is in their interest. Students need assistance in writing a formal document that will be viewed with some measurement. Student topics, picking them is a key to knowing the topic they have chosen has ample information to write about. Instructors should have an outline of the components of a written formal document. Students will be allowed to see the expectations for components. They just have to fill in the blanks. It is reassuring for the student to know they will have a dry run with a rough draft to get expert advice to finish the final draft. This gives the students all the opportunity to think, learn, and do the correct writing. When we ask students to use their imagination, brings on a new learning opportunity. This can be the recipe for students to show what they can do. This suggestion before you are examples of what could be done with helping students pick their topic. Writing is a talent where we come from the heart. The best writing comes from the imagination and support from great instructors. Approach plagiarism from a standpoint of who we are interested in is the student. The learning process should be straightforward. Tactics to trick or play the gotcha game is not the way you will motivate students to love to learn. Part of learning is the excitement of achieving and getting a constructive evaluation with instilling hope to improving from what the student has learned. When this simple format is explained, the student can fit the content into the necessary components of a great written document. This gives real meaning to their introduction, body, and conclusion of their document. Coaching comes in times of need and calculation. Coaching students will result in a relationship where learning how to think, learning and write, and becomes fun. Help isn't just at the beginning, at the end. Building a strong learning experience spans the entire lifetime. Students knowing this will become lifetime learners by enjoying learning in the present. As we facilitate writing assignments, our ultimate goal is to encourage learning, increase the function of memory, and through problem solving they learn to think. As a facilitator, your feedback is important as it encourages students to come back for more learning experiences. There's nothing more rewarding to watch students expand their horizons by the instruction you have provided them. The steps provided in this course, along with the correct attitude toward your students, you can change lives. We need to always know our students can surprise you with potential they have hidden for years. At a glance, I share my 11th grade report card. Not proud of it, but just to show you that instructors changed my life in a small 2-year college. Today, I now enjoy for 40 years a career in this academic area, and now I know that with this in mind, you can change the lives of your students. I hope you appreciated this short course on writing and the importance of writing and how you can fit it into your courses. These courses that the writing skills exist in are in all courses. Writing is a technique that can be used by you to work with your students. Obviously, one of the soft skills that is asked for continually is our communication skills by our employers, and one of those is writing. The most we can do, along with teaching our focus core areas of teaching, is to help in the writing skills by implementing that inside the course itself. I thank you. I hope you will be back again for further courses we are going to provide for you on G. Carlson U. Thank you.